said that I didn't prove that her mental capability, my co-defendant's mental capability, this cheating's mental capability was not important for the jury to know.
So they want to wash this. They want to wash this and make it go away.
Yeah, they washed it up because once I found out about this, once I was able to prove that family court and ACS dropped the ball.
Right, because people benefited from this. I'm sure people got advances and promotions and pats on the back and celebrations at the bar. All those things transpire when you put a black man in jail, whether he's guilty or not.
I have no, and then my also question is, I brought it up and we was talking about it because I'm in the present time trying to put through a 440 actual innocent motion, is if you're trying to say that my inability for not stopping the crime, but you're saying my inability to stop the crime from happening is why I got murdered, not that I did the crime.
I read one point, and I don't want to create a fabrication of what I understood, because sometimes you could read one thing or see one thing and misinterpret it into your own version. There was a part where she beat the kid, rest in peace to the child, whose name is Kyle as well as my name, and the district attorney, the ADA, right? His name is Kyle as well.
Yeah.
I read where she said she wasn't sure how severe she beat him. She couldn't say if she was sure if he was okay after she beat him.
Yeah, but what it was they said she snapped. Come to find out she has a lot of mental illnesses that I had no prior knowledge of either.
Mm-hmm.
And she said she just had the hairbrush in her hand and she snapped. That was based on her statement.
Right.
Because I didn't know any of this until I've heard her statement.
Now let's rewind really quick. When you first was engaged with the police at that house, what happened? What was their demeanor? How did they treat you? What was the occurrence with them and you at that particular time?
Well, actually, at the time, they was kind of like, asking me questions because she was all over the place. And I was explaining to them because I'm telling them I came home from work. This is what was happening. This is what I saw. And they said, do you mind coming down for questioning? And I went. I wasn't even a suspect.
Right.
I wasn't even a suspect. I went willingly to the precinct and talked to them.
Right. And as we well know, that's a tactic to get you down to the precinct. Once you're there voluntarily, they can hold you while they're conducting the investigation for a certain amount of time, whether you are a suspect or not.
But another big thing in this case that's important is that I got more time than the person that actually committed the crime.
Yeah. Yeah. You are facing 18 to life. Is that correct?
Yes.
With the possibility of parole at all, if at all, what time?
In 2027.
Okay. You said the jury didn't know that someone pled guilty. Why didn't they know that someone pled guilty as they moved forward to charge you?
The DA made a motion to keep all my co-defendants' information out the trial, and they felt like it wasn't necessary for them to know.
This is the same
Go
ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But what was funny about that is that why wouldn't you want them to know that there's somebody that pled guilty?
Right.
And admitted to the crime.
And revisit this question. It's repetitive, probably. What happened to that DA, the one that didn't allow the jury to know that someone pleaded guilty? What happened to that person again?
Oh yeah, Kyle Reeves no longer works for the DA's office because he was part of the corruption with Charles Hines.
Okay, involved in suppressing evidence and with the new
DA actually readily admitted it in January 8th, 2020, Daily News article about Gregory Ellis.
Okay. Now, go through the name of the judge, the name of the child, the name of the woman that pleaded guilty, and if you remember the names of the police officers. I say that because there are going to be people that Google information on these people that they might stumble across something we might not stumble across, and someone will be able to put more together to this. So to the best of your knowledge, just go through the names again and say who they are.
Okay. The judge's name is Gustin L. Romack. The DA's name was Kyle Reeves. The woman that pled guilty to the crime name is Naeem Cheatham. The CEO that testified to say about the phone was Michael Finley. Another detective that testified was Sidney Stolberg of homicide. My lawyer name was William T. Martin, who also put in something that would really like screw me at the end. And I think anybody that would hear this, and the proof is, I have the paperwork in the trial minutes. He makes in his opening statement that I'm going to call somebody to the stand to say that they did it and my client didn't do it. Now this goes back to what you just asked me a minute ago, Kyle, where you said, why didn't they talk about her? Even though the DA made a motion to not talk, and the judge accepted about not talking about her, the judge also granted my lawyer permission to call her to the stand. My lawyer never called her to the stand. So what did the DA do with his closing statement? He tells the jury, didn't the defendant's lawyer said that he was going to promise y'all that somebody's going to come to the stand and said that they did it and not his client. Of course, that would absolutely make me look like a liar because my lawyer never called nobody to the stand to say that.
That is willful sabotage, if ever I heard it. That is sabotage.
He said in his open statement, and the DA used it in his closing statement.
Right. Okay, and the ACS lady's name. Say her name one more time.
The ACS lady's name is Sharice Bell.
Now, I read some articles on her and another lady involved in the failure of protecting a 4-year-old child who died, lost their life from the failure of their work. And you said that one of the particular women are in fact working somewhere else now. Is that correct?
Yes.
So no repercussions took place with that as well. So people that are listening.
They gave us some kind of like community service, but it's not like repercussions. You lost a child. You're losing children. ACS and family court are here to protect children, and you're not doing the proper investigation, and then you're blaming other people for your failures.
Right. Okay, so for the
ACS has a national database. They should have known not to give another woman, another child that lost her own children to child abuse and didn't even finish the program to get them back. Why would you give her another child?
Right. Man, if anyone wants to write or contact you, please give them the information to the best of your knowledge on how to reach you, how to write you, email you, or anything of that nature where where the facility is, please.
Okay, my name is Lemar Martin. My DIN number is 10A1694. I'm currently at Greenhaven Correctional Facility, 594 Route 216, Stormville, New York, 12582. That's 594 Route 216, Stormville, New York, 12582, Greenhaven Correctional Facility. Or you can take my name, which is Lemar Martin, and my DIN number, which is 10A1694, and go to jpay.com.
I want to thank you for taking the time to share this with me, man, and I'm going to do my best to get this out as much as I can through social media. I'm going to email it to several friends of mine who are
you have 1 minute left.
Accomplished with news stations and stuff like that, and we're going to just pray on it that it works out, brother. And
I want to thank you, Kyle, and I want to thank any and everybody in advance for whatever help they may be able to do. Thank you.
Thank you, man. You keep your head up, brother. God bless to you, man.
You too. Later.
Bye-bye. I want to thank you all for listening. My name is Kyle Rifkin, and I hope that God's will allow this to be heard by the right person, and someone will be inspired to help this man get true justice. Thank you, and have a great day.